Welcome my students and viewers. In previous class, I had solved one LP sum with graphical method. And today, in the continuance of the last class, today I am going to solve three sums through graphical method, and I hope that it will make clear to all the students regarding graphical method. Now, just I start to solve these three sums, I would like to give you some general rules for graphical solution and look at what it says. It is in 5 points. Number 1 says, draw each constraint in equality form. Whatever the constants are there, we draw each in equality form. Secondly, define feasible region and corner points, because corner points are technically efficient point where production is supposed to take place. Now, if we are dealing with maximization program, inner corner points will be our feasible region, and if we are dealing with minimization program, it will be outer corner points to be considered. When we have found feasible region and all the corner points, then the next point says that at each corner point we compare slopes of objective function with intersecting constraint slopes at each corner point. At each corner point, we compare the slope of objective function with the slope of two intersecting constraints or two intersecting lines. Now, a corner point is a unique optimal solution. Any corner point will be a unique optimal solution if slope of objective function lies in between slopes of two intersecting lines. This point I had told in the last class. Today just I am repeating it, that any corner point will be an unique optimal solution if this is being followed, that the slope of objective function lies in between the slope of two. Now, one possibility is that if slope of objective function just coincides with the slope of any one constraint, it's a very rare case, but it does happen. So it says that if slope of objective function coincides with slope of any one constraint, we shall have multiple optimal solution instead of an unique optimal solution. So when we just go to obtain the graphical solution, these 5 points have to be kept in mind. Secondly, in today's sum, the two variables are x1 and x2 instead of x and y. When we just deal with x1 and x2, x1 is horizontal axis, x2 is vertical axis, and in that case, slope of any line lying in this 2D space would be coefficient of x1 divided by coefficient of x2. So that will guide us while finding slope, because we shall be needing slope of objective function and all the constraints. So this has to be kept in mind, that if we are handling x1 and x2, x1 horizontal and x2 vertical orthogonal axis, then slope is defined as coefficient of x1 by coefficient of x2. Now we just proceed to solve three sums through graphical technique, and that too on a graph paper. Just I am going to show you. Now students, this is the first sum. It says that maximize pi 40x1 plus 30x2, x1 less than or equal to 16, x2 less than or equal to 8, and x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 24, x1, x2 positive. This is a standard LP sum related with a maximization program. Now, for the computational efficiency and speed, you just get the x-axis value, x1 axis and x2, because we shall have two axes, x1 and x2. So when this will be plotted, these three lines, what will be the values on x1 and x2 axis intercept, we can calculate right here. x1 less than as 16, so x1 16, no x2 0. Here x2 8, no x1, and here x1 24 and x2 24 by 2, that is 12. One thing. Now right here we can get the slope of each line. that will be a vertical straight line on the base, its slope would be infinity. Just I am going to show you. Any vertical line on the horizontal axis has infinite slope. This will be a vertical line on the vertical axis, so it will have zero slope, and this one x1 plus 2x2, so the coefficient of x1 is 1, coefficient of x2 is 2, so slope would be 1 by 2, that is 0.5. So we are having slope of these three constraints and the slope of objective function, that too we can have here. So slope of objective function would be coefficient of x1 by coefficient of x2, so 40 by 30, that is 1 by 1.3. So this much of informations we do have. Now we must plot these three lines on a graph paper. Now we have taken the graph. One big house is 1 unit. First one is x1 is 16. We have taken value of x1 16 and we have put a vertical line on here at 16. Second stage x2 8. On x2 axis we have 8. It is a vertical line on x2 axis. And thirdly, x1 24 and x2 12. So on x1 axis it is 24, x2 axis is 12. These two are joined. Now this is third line. Now we shall have to identify the feasible region, and I have explained that in case of maxima, inner corner points, so inner corner points is the feasible region, and all the corner points on this feasible region is the feasible solution. So A, B, C, D, these four are the feasible solutions, and in most likelihood we shall be needing and we shall be hoping that our solution must be either point B or point C. So now we are checking our optimal solution condition, that is a slope condition on point B and point C. Now let us see what happens at point B. At point B, the slope of objective function is 1.3. Slope of this 8 is 0. And slope of this intersection line is 0.5. So definitely 1.3 is greater than 0, greater than 5, which is greater than 0. So the slope condition is not fulfilled. So this B point is absolutely not optimal. Now let us see what happens at point C. At point C, slope of objective function as before, this is 1.3. Slope of this line we have got as 0.5, and slope of this line, vertical line on 16, it has a slope infinity. So 1.3 greater than 0.5, smaller than infinity. So this is fulfilling slope criteria. That's why point C is the optimal solution. At point C, the two coordinates are 16 and 4. So when we put 16 and 4, we have got the value 760. And at point B, which was not the optimal, the value of Z was 560. So absolutely, this C is the optimal solution. On here. Second is, this is the minimizer program. Minimize C 12x1 plus 42x2 subject to these three constraints: x1 plus 2x2 greater than or equal to 3, x1 plus 4x2 greater than or equal to 4, and 3x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 3. Now, as we have to plot it, we get the value of x1 axis and x2 axis. So on x1 axis, x1 3 and x2 3 by 2, that is 1.5. For this, x1 4 and x2 4 by 4, that is 1. And when this line is plotted, on x1 it will have intercept 3 by 3, 1, and on x2 axis it will have 3. So these are the various intercepts for these three lines, and right here we should get the slope. Slope of objective function is 12 by 42, that is 0.3. Now the slope of these three lines, slope of this first line is 1 by 2, 0.5. Slope of this line 1 by 4, that is 0.25, and the slope of this line is 3 by 1, that is 3. That will be used. Now we come on the graph. First line is x1 3 and x2 1.5. So here is 3, here is 1.5. So we have plotted the first constraint. Second one is x1 4 and x2 1. So x1 4 and x2 1. We have plotted this line, and third is x1 1 and x2 3. So x1 1 and x2 3. Now we have this one. Since it is a case of minima, so outer corner points will be the feasible solution, and this is the feasible region. And here outer corner points becomes A, B, C and D. Now the coordinates at point C is very easier one, because x1 is 2 and x2 is 0.5. But at point B, the exact coordinates are not being revealed by graph paper. So for having the coordinates at point B, you just go in rough and solve the equations of these two lines by the simultaneous equation. You shall get the value of x1 and x2, and this is what has been done. Now at point A, we have coordinates 0 and 3, and point B, we shall have 0.6 and 1.2. x1 value is 0.6, x2 value is 0.2. At point C, 2 and 0.5, very clear, x1 2, x2 0.5, and at D it is 4 and 0. Now hopefully we must get our optimal either at B or C. So we must check our slope criteria at B or C. Let us see what happens at B. At B, slope of objective function we have found out as 0.3, and slope of one line is 3. Here we have got 3, that is 1 4. 1 4 has 3, and another line has its slope as 0.5. So the slope of objective function is smaller than both slopes, so this is not optimal. Now let us see what happens at C. At C, slope of objective function is 0.3, and slope of one line is 0.25. Here it is given, and slope of another line is 3. So 0.25 is greater than 0.25, is smaller than 3. So absolutely this is optimal solution. So minimum C, 12x1 plus 42x2, and this point has coordinates 2 and 0.5. So we just put the value of 2 and 0.5 in C function. So minimum C is 12x1 plus 42x2. 12 into 2 plus 42 into 0.5, 12, 24 plus 21, and that is 45. This is the unique optimal solution, and this is the minima. And finally, I have taken a mixed constraint case, very simple, nothing is to be like this. Maximize Z 120x1 plus 100x2, its slope would be 120 by 100, that is 1.2. Now these three constants are 10x1 plus 5x2 less than 80, 6x1 plus 6x2 less than 66, and third this constant is in the form of greater than. Anyway, let it be. For these three constants, we get the value of x1 and x2 as well as the slope. So this is 8, 16, 2. This is 11, 11, and 6 by 6 slope is 1. And here 6, 3, and its slope is 4 by 8.5. Now these three lines are plotted in equality form. Then here we have plotted it. This is 8 and 16. Here 8 and here 16. So this is the first quadrant, first constraint. Second is, and we have with this constant we have less than, so just it has been mentioned here less than. Second is 11 11, so 11x1 11x2 11 11, again we shall have the less than constant. And third one is 6 and 3, and this is greater than constant. Now in this case we have 4 enclosed surface, 1 2 3 4. That enclosed surface will be a feasible region which will fulfill all the constraints as well as the non-negativity restriction. You can see that here only 2 constants are fulfilled, but this constant is not fulfilled. Here once again this constant is not being fulfilled, and in this enclosed surface ABCD, first constraint, second constraint, and third constraint. So all the constraints are being fulfilled in this enclosed surface. So A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. These are the 5 points which are the feasible solutions or the corner points. Now we just get the coordinates at all the 5 points. We have got the coordinates at all the 5 points, and since there is only one intersection, so let us see whether we shall get our optimal at point B or not. If we won't get at point B, then we shall look at another place. So at B, what we see that the objective function slope is 1.2. and the slope of one line is 1, that is 6x1 plus 6x2. It has a slope 1. So 1, and the slope of 8 and 16, its slope is 2. So absolutely 1.2 is greater than 1, less than 2, obeying the slope criteria. So this is the optimal solution, and hence Z is optimized. Z is maximum at point B, and for B we have the coordinates 5 and 6. So x here 120x1 plus 100x2. So 120 into 5 plus 100 into 6, and that comes to 1200. So this is what about the graphical solution. I have dealt with the maxima, minima as well as the mixed constant. You can have various types of sum under mixed constants, and the students are advised to solve the sums on their own. And if any problem, any trouble, make comment on the discussion, and I'll again make it a point in my class. Right today, this is all for today. For next class, we shall be entering into a simplex method, a beautiful. आज क्लास में हमने लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग 2 क्लास पहले शुरू किया था, और उसमें